Hello, YouTube. Yesterday was an amazing little day. We managed to climb a little bit, demonstrate a few strategies. That was very fun. I never managed. Uh, I never managed to fully do the same thing I originally did with the death ball of Vulcan Fangs in Phoenix, but hey, that doesn't really matter. I was quite satisfied with what we managed to do originally. And today we are going to just relax and play, really. There's no specific plan with how we want to play things or how we are supposed to handle a situation. Mostly we're gonna try to, well, win for one, but hopefully there's gonna be as much diversity today as there was yesterday, but it's going to be difficult to actually guarantee. Now I do want to actually put up some music while everything is going on. Hopefully my second computer actually starts working soon. Yeah, I know, a super duper streamer here. I've set up everything and stuff has been happening, but I still need my lo-fi radio fix, especially for my gaming. So let me handle this. Also, a little bit of an explanation for those who actually care. YouTube editor is not very good. I never had very high hopes for it. Like, it was never on my radar for YouTube editor to actually be very, very strong. But my hope was that it was at least decent enough to allow basic editing. But unfortunately, what I consider to be basic editing is not available. For instance, YouTube doesn't allow you to add a black screen. It just doesn't. It does allow you to add end cards, which is definitely nice. And you can add some minor sound effects, but all of them are pretty limited. The thing I mostly care about is the ability to create decent highlights, and what happened with the last video, which is what I posted yesterday, is that I actually tried to make something decent, and yeah, I was very disappointed by the fact that not only did it take forever to make, because even minor modifications on YouTube videos in terms of editing requires the entire thing to be reprocessed, which is definitely not ideal. But it's also an incredible waste of time, because even with the editing software that does exist in the YouTube editor, none of it is actually that good by the end of it. The funny thing is that I really do have a good editor already, which is DaVinci. And I am no expert in it, but I definitely can do better than what happened with the last video. So, let's get on this then. Let's start playing. Let's start seeing what we can work with. Personally, I'm looking forward to fighting all of the same people, or perhaps fighting some new blood. Hopefully by the end of this week we can stack up a little bit of extra content, because I know that I will have to skip a few days soon, mostly because August is going to be full of events I need to actually attend and participate physically. Yeah, I know, right? A big nerdy streamer like myself that just started shouldn't be breaking sweat over the available events in the area, but these things do matter to me. So we will try to create a handful of video ahead of time and release them during that window. So hopefully today's stream is going to be a little bit longer. That would be nice. And here is our challenger, Kruta. Actually, I think I fought against him. It did feel like a solid player with a handful of key weaknesses to me, but we'll see. I don't think I am going to... Yeah, I definitely don't like a supply specialist in this spot. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rhino Specialist again. The think of them as a very, very delayed quick supply specialist. And my general understanding of supply specialist has generally been lowered. I don't really like supply specialists nearly as much as I used to. Still a very strong commander, especially with the correct setup. Do not underestimate the supply specialist. It's still the one of, if not the strongest supply specialist in the game. Oh, sorry, specialists in the game. The biggest issue with him, however, is, well, the lack of health for one, and for two, you actually don't have the time to generate enough resources to compensate for disparity between what you and your opponent are going to be doing. Just think about it this way. For a supply specialist to start actually being super good, like for instance with another specialist like quick supply specialist, you need at least 4 turns into the game before for instance something like a supply specialist starts well, paying back the health investment as well as the resource investment you got, right? Meanwhile, quick supply specialist has immediate access to those resources and thus has a lot faster tempo. Okay, improved overloads are unironically good. Like, I love that. I would love to like play with improved overlords. What those are? Yeah, heavy armor specialist. Alright. I'm gonna do something I normally don't, and I'm gonna pick up a what I consider to be a very questionable upgrade and see how it goes. My hope is that it goes at least somewhat well. You definitely need to sack a little bit. Right, something like this. And yeah, I think what I want is Yeah, this should work. By the way, what I did here with the coral is, it's not super ideal. It's not the worst, it's not the best. Like, just as a general thought, you can definitely choose to avoid massing your crawlers that way, because there is a unironically high chance of it backfiring. For instance, if my opponent flanks here, all of these double crawlers that I have will get completely annihilated. I don't think we really want to go into improved overlords just yet, so we're gonna wait up. Heavy arclights would be nice, but not necessary. Skill specialist, not super good, at least not yet. I can definitely make use of some extra range. Yeah, something like this. We're gonna unlock our overlords. I think I'm gonna sell off this very soon. The hacker is an interesting hedge by my opponent. I don't think it's good, but it definitely is something you can do, I guess. Wow. Alright. The hacker is a very strange choice, just in general, it's a strange choice. Okay, fuel recovery for this before it gets ugly. Something like this, since our main target is actually the Mustangs over there. I think we want to chill for now. At least to an extent, we definitely do. Let's do it like this. And protect. Yep. Alright. So unfortunately, my opponent is super heavy into hackers. The flame bomb isn't gonna do as much as I want it to. Hilariously, this is actually gonna play against our opponent. I think our opponent misread what our intentions were, and they did go for some suspicious stuff. Yeah, basically the entirety of our opponent's plan was interrupted. Good. This one overlord is gonna carry both sides, actually. Shield airdrop would be nice, but definitely not what we need. I'm not gonna go in too heavily into this overlord just yet, as much as I would love to. So how are we gonna manage this mess? I think our best opportunity is to do something like this. Next turn, we can go extra range and stuff. Maybe we get lucky and I find a tech specialist, which would be ideal. Opponent has gone exceptionally heavily into ground armies. These hackers are going to be annoying, but not the end of the world. Definitely need some extra firepower though. We're gonna struggle with clearing if things are gonna continue in this vein. And our class are gonna be used against us. Alright. Nothing too unusual. Lightning Storm. Well then. Something like this. Right, don't want to invest too heavily into that. Alright. Extra. I think artillery is gonna be best. I'm gonna reinvest into crawlers. Like this. Then we are going to protect our units as much as possible. Lightning Storm is a bit annoying, but should be able to handle it. And there we go. Yeah, that's the thing. Hackers with extra range is going to be an absolute chore to deal with. We probably do need to go into a combination of how can I even call this? Probably Stormcrawlers, but Stormcrawlers are exceptionally strange against hackers with extra range. Oh, orbital javelin. What a nice little thing. That's exactly what I needed. Alright. So I think that this turn we might just be able to win. Let me look at this. So probably actually we need to do it here. This actually goes here. Alright, so overlords have enough range as is. The arclights are doing a lot of extra work. I do not want to invest too heavily into them because they are not going to be a real reliable source of clear. Wasps would be nice, but I don't think that's a very good idea. Vulcans are nice against specifically Mustangs, but I don't think we actually want that. Alright, I think that our best shot is actually just Jeff with some generic upgrades. That should be enough. This, perfect. Alright. Yeah, the fire is not gonna be particularly nice. But we should be able to handle the situation just fine. Or not. They got extra range on the Mustangs? Yeah, they did. Oh, that's unfortunate. It seems that we're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. straight up dead. Oh. Stormcallers would have been very helpful in that game, but I think that we needed at least 2 turns to transition into those. Maybe we're just a little bit too eager with the skills. Mustang Crawler, not the best, not the worst start. Alright, what are we fighting? Cost Specialist? Alright, that's definitely a thing. Do we need single targets? Or do we need area of effect? The chances are our opponent's gonna go with arc lights. So actually, I think we need marksman, right? That's what makes the most sense. Alright. Well, let's go marksman, I guess. Alright, so I think we're gonna put marksman a little more forward, hopefully. Getting them to lock on to the arc lights or phoenixes ahead of time. Seems that our opponent anticipated that to an extent. Alright, well, no freebies. Thankfully, Mustangs are perfect for clearing off specifically Fangs, especially in the early game. Alright. Heavy Mustangs not necessary, Assault Fangs not. Missile Strike definitely on the fun side of things. Actually, I changed that. Let's put that here. Alright, so variation of Mustangs and some double fangs. This should be able to handle the situation just fine. Interesting. Invested into arc lights, fangs, and damage. Alright. I see what my opponent is doing. The idea is to counter my Shaft as well as the Mustang all in one, with the heavier investment into arc lights. Definitely a thing my opponent can do that is certainly strong. Both short term and long term. But we're gonna need to find a reliable way, a way of clearing the fangs as well as what's going on upstairs. Is this the case where I try to go with a Vulcan approach? Maybe? Definitely need some extra marksmen in the meantime. Arc lights are not necessary, not yet. Yeah, sure. Let's essentially undercommit this round and see what happens. We will probably lose this round, but I don't think that I particularly care. Yeah, the smoke bomb goes a risk. Not really something I can really handle this round, but at least we die very quickly, so not the worst thing ever. Okay. Ouch, that is a lot of damage though. Orbital javelin, shield airdrop, but nothing that I particularly love. This and probably this. Alright. So some actual Mustangs on the flanks too. Interesting. Wood shields, alright. That is a very good guess as to where I would put my missile. Kudos, I guess. Can't do much about that. These Vulcans are gonna feed a lot of extra XP. And yeah, there we go, alright. Oh boy. Definitely not happy about how the last few turns have gone. Especially in the missile turret department. Alright, so let me think about this real quick. Do we just go with incendiary bomb and try to help ourselves out? If we need something that pops shields faster rather than later. With attack specialist, it's possible to rely on marksman. So I guess that's what we're gonna try and use to pop the shields. Okay, let's do it like this. Mm-hmm. Alright. Hopefully this doesn't take forever to actually like clear out. Okay, I think we are breaking through ever so barely. I think that if this goes as planned, our opponent's gonna lose most of their missile turrets as well. That's nice. Nice, so alright, so this is a lot of return damage. Haste module, lead hacker, portable shield. Portable shield definitely can help. Alright, so what does our opponent do from here? There are 4 stacks of missile turrets everywhere. Which is definitely not what I want to see. So let's do it like this. Mobile beacon. And let's hope this is enough. Yeah, let's hope this is enough. Because it might not be. Definitely do not want to overload the Nexus, so let's avoid doing that just yet. Elite hacker is definitely making things harder than they need to be. Hopefully just about dead. We might have won this round. I think we even killed the opponent here. Alright. GG. Elite hacker was a definite strange choice from the part of the opponent. Wouldn't have chosen that as an option, but our opponent definitely likes their hackers. I can see that. It is a very strange unit, I'll tell you that much. Hackers have this annoying tendency of either being one of the best ways of pushing damage onto your opponent in the entire game, as if them being essentially a 200 cost unit means that they will obviously do a lot of damage, but they also add the additional damage of every unit they convert. But on the other hand, there's also the unit that if you misplace them or you use them at the wrong moment, where there's just not enough damage dealt by the hacker, or there's just not enough firepower to get the target in the range for the hackers, they quite literally do nothing. The shields they provide is obviously the main attraction, but that doesn't justify the investment a lot of the time. Okay, so we have 2 very good ones here. Giant Specialist on the left, and Control Specialist with Mustangs and Crawlers. I like this a lot. Triple Mustangs, starting early, definitely has its perks. So, what I want to do is something like this. Something like this. This one Arclight might be able to swing this entire game. Crawlers as a cost specialist aren't gonna be super reliable. They're just not going to be reliable, that's all there is to it. I think we win this round, but this is definitely gonna be one of those weird ones where a single unit is gonna basically eat the entirety of the army, given the opportunity. Okay, no. Not yet. Subsidized Storm Colors is amazing. I'm definitely gonna pick that one up. What I want is actually a few marksmen. In next turn, I'm going to invest more into the Storm Colors themselves. V-Cores are gonna work as a decent distraction for the time being, for what our opponent is doing. Interestingly, our opponent did position their Stormcallers very well, essentially punishing me for a... Alright, let's see how this goes. He might be able to salvage this still. Although that's unlikely with how things are looking at right now. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think we are winning this round. Those Stormcrawlers on the left did way more work than they should have. Alright. Not the worst. Not the best. Barrier definitely helps out. Not this turn though. Alrighty, I'm going to feed this into this. Hopefully this doesn't immediately lose us the game, but there's a high likelihood it does. So, alright, let's not go completely all in on the meme. But I do like the idea. Alright. This is gonna be a very strange shooting gallery. And also a question of who overinvests into Stormcallers first. Alright, so we have 3 Stormcores versus 2. pre-lose this. Just very. Oh no! We won! Just by a little bit. Nice. Amplifying core is amazing, and laser sight is generally better. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this, like this. Now, which giant do I want? Actually, I don't know if I want Vulcans or not. That's the funny thing. I would like to. I think I will, just out of habit. But I'm not sure if Vulcan is the way, though. We shall see. Stormcaller might definitely be a good choice. I do like Marksman, but yeah, when in doubt, just put some crawlers down, hope it works out. Alright. Okay, so he did go for this, which is interesting. So my snipers are gonna need to do some extra work to handle this nonsense. Surprising that a sniper level 1 with almost no upgrades is actually very good against an Overlord 1. They don't have that much health. Yeah, they have like, even with the extra 30%, they have 31. Like, it's not super impressive. So just something as simple as one marksman is enough to just completely kill off one of these. Granted, definitely on the harder to kill scale. Can we kill it? Yes, we can. Alright. That's the only important part there. Alright, enhancement module, definitely nice. Gonna put those on the Mustangs. Now, the heavy armor in this is annoying, so what we're gonna do is invest into Marksman. Since our opponent is very eager, we need to match that eagerness. As much as possible, and even potentially outmatch it too. Alrighty. This should be enough for the turn though. Yeah, this should be enough for the turn. I don't wanna go deeper into this than necessary. Alright, so without the heavy armor, these overlords are gonna die a lot faster. And yes, my opponent went for field maintenance on them. Yeah, no, buddy, I'm not gonna allow that. Mass produced, not really. Giant Hunter, very interesting in this current position. Definitely want one more anti-missile here. Definitely need some coverage. Extra range on the Vulcan. Gonna start doing a lot of extra work. And yeah, that should be enough at the moment. I will overload just for the sake of getting an additional sets of crawlers and extra range. I just don't want the Vulcan to migrate too quickly. It's going to be annoying otherwise. Oh, okay, so my opponent went for fire. Okay, I did not expect that. And he went for mass-produced overlords too. Oh wow. Man, my opponent went turbo meme on me. And lost the game for that. Okay, no. Mass-produced overlords was not the call there. My dude, that was definitely not the call. Actually, one of the things that I begin to think now is that one of the strongest thing you can have in this game is if you already have a bunch of a given giant unit on the board and you find an improved upgrade, which usually increases the cost of each of these giants. It's better that you get it after you've already paid for their cost and essentially get a retroactive improvement, and you don't need to pay a ridiculous price for their deployment. I don't like any of what I'm seeing here. Iron Specialist with Mustang and Crawler is fine. Stormcaller with Warclass is also decent, but not something I am actually excited about. So we are playing against Elite Marksman, which means that we're not gonna find any flying units anytime soon. We're definitely gonna struggle with frontline as is. So we're gonna invest into triple Starclad with the Fang. And we're gonna deploy all of this like that. Like this. Roughly like this. This should give us the best chances against whatever our opponent is doing. Everything hopefully gets pulled into the middle. Not quite. But just enough things are getting pulled that it's doing the thing that I want it to do, which is clustering the tanks. Essentially overlapping the damage. Perfect. Alright, so it didn't work exactly as I wanted to. Okay, so I think that supply specialist is amazing. Subsidized Mustangs, definitely very good. Now the question is, how do we want to handle the rest? Probably something like this. Like one marksman on the sides. I don't want to really spend an extra amount of resources than necessary though. Alright. Can we do it? I should be able to, just barely. Yep. Just barely. Or not. Alright. Subsidized arc lights is nice, especially in the long term, so we're gonna pick that one up. I want to actually put like this. Now, our opponent is eventually going to invest into ways of interfering with our plans. So I'm not gonna rely on the idea that these storm cards are gonna be useful past a certain point in game. But it definitely is interesting to think about. Alright. Okay, so he did go into Mechanical Rage, which is a decent counter to Stormcallers. Not a direct counter. It's more of an indirect consequence of how Stormcallers function. They are explicitly bad at killing things that are faster than their missiles are. Not to mention that generally, I would say yeah, okay. Good. So that still worked out fine. But our opponent is not going to make it easier from here on out. Barrier and extended Vulcan range. I think I prioritized the barrier over anything else. And here I think, yeah, just one Vulcan is gonna do a lot of work. Like this. Yeah, something like this actually. It's gonna do a lot of work. Alrighty. I think this is a strange choice on my part, but I don't think it's incorrect. So we'll see how this works out. Yeah, so my opponent actually had the exact same idea, which is so funny. Validated, I guess. My Stormcrawlers are gonna slowly eat away at all of our opponent's stuff. Generate a massive amount of value. Nice. Alright. Oh my god, range specialist. What a sight. Alright. What a sight indeed. I don't want to invest beyond the level 2 upgrade, but perhaps it's worth it. Since they're acquiring a lot of XP, I'm assuming they're also killing a lot of units. Yeah, 87, 67, 75. Let's try it. Extra range definitely benefits me way more than it benefits my opponent. Oh wow, he sold the Vulcan in exchange for a melting point. All right, that is some commitment to the game plan. All right. Okay. Well, definitely something my opponent can do. I'm gonna say they can't. Does this thing have any other upgrades? It doesn't seem like it. I'm definitely going to keep abusing the fact that my opponent isn't answering the Arclights the Stormcrawlers in any significant way. Salt melting point, nano repair kit, definitely not necessary. Electromagnetic blast is actually really interesting, which means that I can delay the tech for almost an entire turn. My tech upgrade. Definitely do not mind that as an idea. I think we just need to actually, no, I'm still gonna take it, because it's a little bit too good as it stands. As for Marksman, we definitely can benefit from some firepower, or better yet, we can go Fangs. And range on them? Shields on them. There we go. Extra range. Put this on the sides so that our unit's a little bit more protected. And yeah. Let's get this party started. this a level 2 melting point? Dude straight up invested into level 2 melting points for some reason. Like, I don't have high health targets for him to kill outside of the Vulcan in the front, so I'm not really sure what that's about. Feels like a massive mistake from the point of view of my opponent. And then we have Lightning Storm. Definitely do not mind that. We do need some protection because that Lightning Storm is about to annihilate us if we don't protect ourselves correctly. This, like this, this. Hopefully this is enough. I don't think we can realistically invest into anything of any real relevance at the moment. Yeah, this should be enough, at least for now. Alright, so let's see who suffers more losses from each other's lightning storms. I was hoping the lightning storm eventually hits this. That's not happening. Oh wow, the opponent invested into fire for against our fangs. It's definitely a thing. That is actually kind of scary. That is like 2 very large targets, and we are not handling the situation very well. Okay. Well, the good news is that there is actually a very solid counter to all this, and it's called saturation. Do this. And then we just spam storm colors and actually, I think I made a mistake with resource distribution. Yeah, we made a mistake. We are getting completely shreked by incendiary bombs. It's not that we can't fight back, it's more that incendiary bombs are a very good counter to our game plan. So, yeah, I think we need to do this. And hopefully this as well, but this is not going to help nearly as much. Alright, let's hope that our little saturation plan actually works out. The likelihood of that being the case is low, but it's definitely there. I see. Opponent went for even more storm colors to answer our storm colors, which is mean, definitely very, very mean. Well, since our opponent is going so heavily into storm colors, guess our best option is to just flank our opponent. We can't realistically out-muscle our opponent's number of anti-missile turrets that they have established over the course of multiple turns. So we are not going to contest that part. Alright, so hopefully we have enough wasps to be a decent distraction. We might just barely have enough. We broke through on the right, which is definitely good. Hopefully the wasps actually finish the job as they should. Alright, that gives us a lot of extra time from here on out. That should be the aim. Oh my god, if it's not a game, it's oh, thank god. That was a very close fight. I did not expect the melters to actually pose as much of an issue as they did. But hey, it worked out. Whew. Getting a little bit lightheaded from commentary and thinking at the same time. I think that last game was actually a very good highlight for the actual day, now that I think about it. So let's use it. I actually find that a very nice video we can potentially leverage. So for today, this is going to be the end of the stream, but obviously you can still find me in the game, fight me one-on-one. My memoirs should be around 2000, so if you want to fight me, that's where you're going to find me. And see you tomorrow, hopefully. This is going to be another hour stream or something of the sorts. And see you guys very soon, or gals.